You ever think about how many systems were designed to just disappear us? Not just prisons, not just plantations, I'm talking asylums too. Yeah, those mental institutions that were built in the South specifically for Black people. Not to heal, to silence, to bury, to break. Let's talk about the Black insane asylums of the South. These weren't hospitals, they were warehouses for Black pain. Places where enslaved people, freedmen, or just anyone deemed inconvenient, or too emotional, or too loud could just be locked away. No trial, no rights, no way out. You know how they got in? They were too melancholy, too argumentative, too independent. Sometimes they were just survivors of slavery, suffering from PTSD before we even ever had that term. But the state labeled it insanity, and that was enough. Places like Central State Hospital in Georgia. It opened in 1842, but by 1870, it had thousands of patients, half of them Black. They weren't getting therapy. They weren't getting medication. They were being restrained, beaten, starved. Their labor was exploited, just like it was on the plantation. And the worst part is that most of them weren't even mentally ill to begin with. They were just Black. And being Black and distressed in America was treated like a disease. And don't think these places shut down clean. Graves, unmarked, mass, forgotten. Hundreds, sometimes thousands of Black bodies buried behind these institutions, some without names, some without records, just vanished. And this is the piece they don't teach. How the plantation system evolved into prisons, into psychiatric wards, into reform schools, all tools to erase Black presence from public eye and call it justice or medicine or order. So when we talk about mental health today, especially in the Black community, just remember what we're healing from. The history of being pathologized, punished, and buried for surviving. Black insanity wasn't always real, but Black trauma? That was and still is. And they built entire buildings to lock it away.